listening to Royalties Radio.
Yo, college is no joke. I just see like what you guys go through. Like,
Yeah, it's tough.
yeah.
It's for the birds.
Are you at school?
Did you go to college?
I did.
He did.
You did. Did you graduate?
I was paying it out of my pocket, so I didn't finish.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go back. I plan on going back, but for my money right.
Yeah. See, like my thing is like I really like have a lot of like respect and appreciation for people who do like go to college and stuff like that, but like I don't think it's like a necessity to like do whatever you want to do in life. Like
You really don't.
You don't. I mean, and it is really cool. And I like sometimes I'm like, damn, like I wish I would have like kind of went that route. But I'm really happy where I am right now and just like investing like all of my funds into like this business and you know, like if you have a plan, because I feel like a lot of people go to college, they get their degree, and then they don't even end up using their degree or don't even get a career in that field.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy
all you
because
need is like a degree in anything really, and then you can land a job. So that's true.
yeah, but I mean, like a lot of people like that, like some people that I even know personally, like they are not using their degrees at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, shout out to you guys for doing that, and you know, that's a lot of discipline and dedication, and you know, it definitely is like, you know, great to like get that knowledge. But shit, you can low key, like you can find a lot of knowledge on Google.com. YouTube, you know what I mean?
If you in school,
everything.
Yeah.
if you in school, do not drop out because Miss J said that. Stay your ass in school and finish.
Yeah, finish. If you can, if you have the funds and you have like the support
school.
system behind you, like definitely go to college, finish, put that, you know, do it. But shit, if you can't, don't let that stop you, you know, because you definitely can learn a lot of stuff online and you know, still make it work. What you got, you know, educate yourself, get yourself a nice little mentor, you know, do your thing. Michael Watts, DJ Michael Watts and Killa Leon, he was out here, and it was just super live because like after Killa performed, he like gave us like a little history lesson, which is like talking about how, you know, Mike Watts like really merged fucking Houston even before DJ Screw did, you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people were not going to the north side. Like a lot of people weren't, like they were not working together at all, you know what I'm saying?
We had a north side and a south side. That's what we got.
Come on, man.
The south side had Screw.
Huh?
The north had Watts.
Hey, what?
But let me tell you what this nigga did. This nigga took a legacy and took that shit and made 3 motherfucking major artists.
Come on, man.
All them son of a bitches went platinum.
Come on, man.
Can you buy that?
Can you buy it?
Can you buy that? See, I'm gonna give my niggas they roses while they here.
Yeah.
Cause this shit really an honor. This really, truth be told, this like sitting here with Screw. Them niggas it was a neck and neck thing, bro. You just had some niggas that knew this and knew that, but DB Blues, man, it was fucked up in Houston. Niggas didn't pass the George R. Brown Convention Center, nigga. You dig what I'm saying? It was that fucked up. Wasn't no coming past 59. Niggas will talk that shit. I'm a south side nigga. Niggas wouldn't come to that north side, nigga. Niggas wouldn't come to that north. Yeah. But you wanna know something? I got the best of both worlds.
I think that's really dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really love it whenever Houston comes out here, like they're rocking with Austin. Like that just makes me so happy because I'm from the Houston area too, and so like whenever I'm like banging all that Houston music in Austin, I'm just like, yes, like it's like I feel so good because I'm just like, man, this is live. Like Texas is really lit. It's really lit, y'all. And like, man, them Houston, like them OGs, like they see Austin, they see us working. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that it's so dope.
Austin, the capital, man.
Yeah, but like Austin is not on the map like Houston for music at all.
Man.
Like we got South by Southwest, but there is no like Austin artist that's like super on. Like we have a few that are like out there doing their thing, but like there's no, like it's not on like Houston.
Kanye West got Kim Kardashian stocks for Christmas.
Stocks.
I thought
That is my future man. That's what my man will get me. Kanye got her stocks.
Her own stock?
He bought her stocks in Disney, Adidas, Amazon.
He did like that.
The list goes on. Like,
no,
that's for Kim.
For Kim?
Yes, bruh.
It's for them though.
That's
for Kim. It's for them.
That's a gift.
That's a gift that keeps on giving right there.
You know what I'm saying? Every year, it's a new gift.
Kim K.
Every Christmas, we gonna. If I was him, every Christmas we look up the stocks. Look where it's at right here. Every year.
You know what I'm hoping for 2018, and which kind of brought it to my attention, like I was talking about earlier, with the Killy on show and stuff like that, at the end of his performance, he was like just saying like, fuck all this hoe shit. 2018, we calling all the ladies queens. And I think that that's pretty dope.
Oh, I love that.
I know, right? Like, I think that that's pretty cool. Like, I think that there is like a trend within like the hip hop industry and just with like the whole industry. Like, people are actually starting to like really appreciate the women and loving the women a lot more.
I haven't seen it, but
like it's started. It's coming. Pretty sure it's coming.
Good. I'm glad it's
go
coming.
ahead.
We need that.
Hey man, I'm sorry I gotta say it, but every woman do not deserve to be called a queen.
You're right. Hey, I agree with
Every
you on
woman
that.
do not.
But
do it.
But okay, like if the men are always like downgrading the women and like, you know what I'm saying, like that needs to stop.
Only women I downgrade is the women that be on IG, naked.
Downgrading herself.
But you be liking it. But you be commenting.
Damn, I can't.
But you be retweeting. But you be liking. But you be in the DM. So say
I ain't say all that.
But say something. So y'all be the ones entertaining it too.
That's
It's
true.
just, that's all it
both
is.
ways.
That's all it is. Entertainment. That's all it is. Entertainment. She ain't finna be my girl.
Of course
I
not.
ain't finna
Of
take her
course
home to my
not.
mama. None of that. I'm just gonna like it. That's it. Go about my business.
Yeah, I'm just saying all women.
We can't.
All
we can't start the
women
race issue
need
on
that.
here
And black women, white women, it don't matter what color your skin is to me because I don't see color like that. So it's just women in general, I think really, really need to, you know, step up together, unite. Black women, white women, unite. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need none of that extra shit. Like I think that it's just really dope. I have seen a trend lately, like ever since, you know, I guess Gucci and his girl got together, and like, you know, then Offset and Cardi, and just like it's coming together a little bit more than it used to be. You know, like relationship is a trend right now. Like spoil your girl. You know, don't stop with this. I fuck your bitch and I do this with your bitch. And I don't. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like everybody's booed up. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Well, mine had Christmas, Thanksgiving. I was like, man, I'm on IG, Snapchat.
It's your girl, Miss J-Walk. Thank y'all so much for staying tuned to Royalties Radio. I'm going to go ahead and get into my segment right now, which is Startup and Stay Up. So this week on Startup and Stay Up, I just really want to talk about, you know, keeping your image. You know, image is everything in the entertainment industry. As sad as it sounds, there is like a lot of people out there who aren't really doing a whole lot, and they're not really relevant in the street or, you know, in the real industry, but they're really relevant in the online industry. And there's like a lot of things that go on social media. You know, social media is definitely like really powerful. Being in the industry, you know, you can make money off of it. It looks good. Your Instagram is kind of like your resume these days. You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, whenever you meet somebody, they're like, oh, what's your Instagram? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got like the 10K followers, they're like, oh, okay, whatever. But if you got that, they're like, oh shit, you live. I don't have that either. And people still rock with me like in real life though. Being in the scene and being out there, like I'm definitely out there. You know, like I've built something from being out there. Like I've bartended, I've been in the clubs, I've done like a lot of different stuff. So I mean, just being out there, people know my face, people know who I am because of me being out there and having that image. You know, they're like, oh shit, Jay, you know, whatever. I think that's dope, you know, and I'm really blessed to have that. But shit, people who are trying to get started, you know, you gotta go on your Instagram. You gotta have like good content on your Instagram. You gotta have good stuff to show people, because if you don't have an image, you really like it's people don't really want to rock with you. Like me being like, you know, throwing these events and stuff, and people submit and they're like, here's I want to be a part of CEO Wednesday, and they don't have nothing to show. It's like I can't even see who you are, you know, because if you're submitting through like a digital platform, like you got to have something on your digital platform. Going into 2018, you know, I think that's something that we should all work on, myself included. Just, you know, building a bigger image and you know, finding out what people like and stuff like that, and just kind of like catering to our fans and stuff like that, because it is really, really important. You know, being an entertainer, entrepreneur, musician, radio personality, whatever it is that you're doing, you know, image is super, super important. And staying true to yourself at the same time, you know, because social media isn't everything. You know, like I said, being out there in the field is really still super important. You know, there's been some artists that like I've known that like are super popping online, and then like they go to a show and they ain't bringing nobody out, and it's like, bro, like what? Like I'm not about to book you for your social media followers. Like that's cool and all, but shit, like you gotta bring these people out. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all keep your image up. Get with Royalties ATX. You know, we can get everything that you guys need: EPKs, photo shoots, videos. It doesn't matter what you do. You know, everybody needs a videographer. Everybody needs visuals. So get your image right. Come and rock with Royalties ATX. Your girl Miss J Walk behind the lens, Q Carter behind the lens. You know, we do it all. So y'all come in and get your image right with Royalties ATX. We got you.
As we have a fresh start to the new year, I just want to remind any of my queens who are listening right now how important it is to take care of your well-being and your spiritual growth. And I believe that this society has given loving yourself kind of like a bad name. What I mean by that is because they mistake it as being selfish or full of yourself. But man, there's like nothing more genuine than having that self-love within yourself. And I just want to share with you, queens, how far God has brought me on this journey. And I didn't just wake up one day and I became confident and a God-fearing woman. It was actually the opposite for me. I was far from a Proverbs 31 woman that I'm striving to be every day. And before I truly understood who I was in Christ, I was lost. I cared so much about my outer appearance, spent money on all these unnecessary things I didn't need, clothes, shoes. I cared way too much about what other people said about me, how they perceived me, and I lived and breathed to be like many and not really caring if they truly cared about me or not. And I allowed others' negativity to feed into my own spirit, and I have mistaken their opinions for helpful advice, which has caused me fear. And I was so caught up in trying to please everybody around me that I put my own self on the back burner, and I didn't give myself the opportunity to be served, to be loved the right way. I was just too busy pouring myself out to people and not realizing how empty it made me. And I had to give up some ways. I had to get rid of old habits that were hindering my growth, and I had to cut some people off in my life that were weighing me down and draining the life out of me. And let me be the first to tell you that it was not easy whatsoever, but if you must elevate, you have to elevate to the higher places, and God had to drag me away from people who I knew weren't good for me. And I knew deep down inside that the season of friendship was done. I knew that relationship was over, but there was something telling me to keep holding on. And I began seeing that once I began to let go, I was able to feel lighter, and I just felt like a whole weight lifted off me. And when I started to fall in love with myself, I started doing more things that I loved. I started to see a shift in the way that I carried myself, how I handled certain situations, how my thinking was, and how other people began to treat me. And I've always been told that the way you treat yourself will reflect how other people think that they can treat you. And that's why it is so crucial for you to learn how to love yourself. And as I've gotten older, I've learned that other people's opinions of me will not affect the way that I live, nor will it stop me from achieving my goals. And it goes in one ear and out the other. But when it comes to the relationship, I have learned that I must surround myself with people who have bigger dreams than me, so I can learn from them. And not everyone is happy for you, and that is okay. But as long as your heart is aligned with God's, then that is all that really matters. And so, queens, you deserve the best and all that you want out of this life going into 2018, and whether that involves getting rid of toxic people, not surrounding yourself with negative energy drainers, or filling your life with more positivity, whatever it may be, never forget to focus on yourself. You have to create balance and learn the importance of setting boundaries with yourself and with people around you. So spend more time with Jesus. And if that's something that I will keep speaking over and over and over again, people ask me, it's making sure that your relationship with God is the main focus of your life. And I spoke about it last week, and everything else can wait, and eventually it'll fall into place. Like Jay said, everything's organic. So this upcoming year, 2018, I challenge all of my sisters, my beautiful queens, to keep striving to be the woman who fears God and only Him. And I pray that this year is filled with so much goodness. I pray that God will show you and show out like He always does in your life. And let's make this year to remember empowering one another, accomplishing our goals, and setting new ones, and just being an inspiration to people.
Whenever people tell you from your past that you've changed and you're not the same person, I want to congratulate that.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to say the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be the same person that you knew whenever we were growing up together. You know what I mean? We're supposed to change. We're supposed to flourish. We're supposed to grow and affect other people's lives. So that's what we do right here on Royalties Radio. Shout out again to DJ Fat coming through, bringing through the homies. MC KeepUp from the H-Town.
Appreciate y'all.
It was a great show. It was a funny show. We had a lot of fun talks earlier.
Goodness.
It was fun.
You feel me?